sound after weeks of silence on this broken ground. You're saying sorry, you're saying I was wrong, trying to rewind the tape of our love song. You finally see the damage that you made, the heavy price of silence finally paid. But the door you're knocking on is sealed up tight, boarded shut in the middle of the night. The words you're offering are weak and cold, a story finished too soon, grown old. 'Cause the bridges are burned, the ashes are scattered. My heart is a mirror, you left deeply shattered. You're offering sunshine after the storm and the rain, a pointless effort to erase the pain. You wanna come back, you wanna fix the fate, but your apology is too little, too late. You bring me flowers, the kind I used to like, a painful reminder of a love you had to strike. You used to know me, every single part. Now you're a stranger to my empty heart. Where were you when I was crying every night, searching for comfort, searching for the light? Where were you when I needed you the most? Now you're just haunting me, a painful ghost, with promises of change and better days, lost in a cold, confusing haze. 'Cause the bridges are burned, the ashes are scattered. My heart is a mirror, you left deeply shattered. You're offering sunshine after the storm and the rain, a pointless effort to erase the pain. You wanna come back, you wanna fix the fate, but your apology is too little, too late. I had to heal myself piece by piece. I had to find my own release. The tears have all dried, the well is now empty. I've built a new life, simply, gently. Your sudden arrival can undo the past. The damage is permanent, built to last. The person you left is no longer here. 'Cause the bridges are burned, the ashes are scattered. My heart is a mirror, you left deeply shattered. You're offering sunshine after the storm and the rain, a pointless effort to erase the pain. You wanna come back, you wanna fix the fate, but your apology is too little, too late. Too little, too late. Sealed by the hands of fate, I've learned to tolerate the weight. Too little, too late. The plates are washed, the lights turn low, a perfect silence started to grow. You packed your things while I pretended to sleep, every movement quiet, secrets that you'd keep. No shouting words, no slamming door, just the soft sound of you wanting something more. silent sky. Just me, the note, and the question why, the silent goodbye. Silent and solemn, the first snow hits the window pane, and everything reminds me of the rain. Weather together, hand in hand. Now I'm stranded in this frozen land. The fireplace is cold, the blanket thin, wondering where the chill truly begins. Is it the weather outside the door, or the icy ache in my heart's core? It's a winter without you, the longest I have known. Lost in the silence, sitting here alone. The world is wide, a beautiful, cruel freeze, a million miles away from summer's breeze. Every snowflake is a tear I can't let fall, piled up against my heart's broken wall. The cold gets deeper with every single night, drowning in the absence of your light. I pull your old coat closer to my chest, putting the memory to the final test. It smells like pine, like cold, like you, a painful scent that cuts right through. I see couples walking, sharing a warm glove, a bitter reminder of the ghost of our love. The holiday lights just mock my pain, sparkling reminders of what won't remain. The simple things we used to share, now a heavy, empty winter air. It's a winter without you, the longest I have known. Lost in the silence, sitting here alone. The world is wide, a beautiful, cruel freeze, a million miles away from summer's breeze. Every snowflake is a tear I can't let fall, piled up against my heart's broken wall. The cold gets deeper with every single night, drowning in the absence of your light. They say spring is coming, that the ice will break, but how much more can my poor heart take? This isn't just a season, it's a state of mind, a permanent winter you left behind. No sunshine can thaw this frozen deep, the promises we made that we couldn't keep. It's a winter without you, the longest I have known. Lost in the silence, sitting here alone. The world is wide, a beautiful, cruel freeze, a million miles away from summer's breeze. Every snowflake is a tear I can't let fall, piled up against my heart's broken wall. Going inside of you. The last time I saw you, the air was cold and thin. I stood there frozen, not knowing where to begin. You waited for a moment, searched my empty face, looking for reasons to stay in this place. And my tongue was tied, my courage fled the scene, lost in the fear of what might have been. You turned and walked, your silhouette against the light, and I sealed our fate in the fading afternoon light. If only I'd spoken, if I'd found a way to make you turn around the painful day. I love you, please don't go, I need you near. These are the words that I couldn't bear to hear myself admit in my foolish pride instead. Now they're just ghosts, the words I never said. I practice speeches in the mirror now, 1,000 promises, a solemn vow. I tell the empty room how much I cared about the life, the future we should have shared. But the audience is gone, the stage is dark, leaving nothing but this painful mark. The silence after you close the door screams the confessions I hid on the floor. Every missed chance is a crushing weight, realizing too late, realizing too late. If only I'd spoken, if I'd found a way to make you turn around the painful day. I love you, please don't go, I need you near. These are the words that I couldn't bear to hear myself admit in my foolish pride instead. Now they're just ghosts, the words I never said. They build a wall around my heart, these phrases that refuse to part from my memory, haunting every dream. If I could scream them out, just one high stream, maybe I'd be free, maybe I'd find peace. But the regret just grows, refusing to cease. The I'm sorry, the I was wrong, the state, all locked inside me, thrown away. If only I'd spoken, if I had found a way to make you turn around the painful day. I love you, please don't go, I need you near. These are the words that I couldn't bear to hear myself admit in my foolish pride instead. Now they're just ghosts, the words I never said. silence in this house is a heavy sound. No place left to run to, no peace I have found. I replay the moments, the choices that I made, every single promise that I let subtly fade. I took you for granted, assumed you'd be here, blinded by comfort, conquered by my fear of being truly vulnerable, truly seen by you. Now I'm standing in the wreckage, the painful truth breaks through. I see the signs I missed, the chances that I killed, every single crack I carelessly fell. And the tears I cry can't wash away the blame, a constant burning, self-inflicted flame. The broken heart is yours, but the shattering sound was the consequence of the seeds that I found and planted in our garden that refused to grow. I should have fought harder, I should have let you know. I was silent, I was blind, and it's all my fault that you couldn't stay with me. You used to look at me with so much light. Now your eyes are shadows of the endless night. I watched you dim, watched you lose your shine, and never once stopped to make you mine again. I built a wall when you needed a door, left you lonely wanting something more. I prioritized pride over your sweet grace. Now a stranger's sorrow fills your beautiful face. You deserved a love that was constant and true. Instead, all you got was a broken view of me and you. And the tears I cry can't wash away the blame, a constant burning, self-inflicted flame. The broken heart is yours, but the shattering sound was the consequence of the seeds that I found and planted in our garden that refused to grow. I should have fought harder, I should have let you know. I was silent, I was weak, and it's all my fault that you couldn't stay with me. If I could turn the clock, reverse the time, I'd fix the mistakes, undo the crime. I'd fight for you with all my might, hold you close and make things right. But hindsight is a killer, a painful reflection, a lesson learned in this cold disconnection. The choice was mine, the damage is done. And the tears I cry can't wash away the blame, a constant burning, self-inflicted flame. The broken heart is yours, but the shattering sound was the consequence of the seeds that I found and planted in our garden that refused to grow. I should have fought harder, I should have let you know. I was silent, I was blind, I was all my fault that you couldn't stay with me. It's all my fault, I should have answered your call. Now I'm left with nothing at all. It's all my fault. The calendar flipped to a brand new year. They said the distance would make things clear. I rearranged the furniture, painted the wall, try to erase the impact of your fall from my grace, from my world, from my life, till the sharp edge of this cutting knife. I went through the motions, learned how to fake a smile, told everyone I've been good for a while. Thought the passage of time would finally reset the promises broken, the debt I regret. But the sun still rises with the same sad light, and the moon still haunts me every night. My heart still aches with the same old strain. After all this time, nothing's changed. The hole you left is exactly the same size, reflecting the sorrow in my empty eyes. I'm just as lost, just as hurt, just as pained. After all, nothing's changed. I listen to music that makes me feel numb. My voice is quiet, my fingers are dumb. On the keyboard, writing letters I won't send, to the lover I lost, to the broken friend. I took up a hobby, try to fill the hours, walking alone among the lonely flowers. But every distraction is just a veneer, a temporary shield against the permanent fear that this is my life now, this hollow routine, living inside a monochromatic scene. But the sun still rises with the same sad light, and the moon still haunts me every night. My heart still aches with the same old strain. After all this time, nothing's changed. The hole you left is exactly the same size, reflecting the sorrow in my empty eyes. I'm just as lost, just as hurt, just as pained. After all, nothing's changed. I lied to myself that I was getting better, that I could reach a name in a printed letter without feeling the sting, without the regret. But the moment I see it, I'm right back where we met. The healing process feels like a lie was sold, when the wound is deeper than silver or gold. It's a scar that won't fade, a ghost in my sight. But the sun still rises with the same sad light, and the moon still haunts me every night. My heart still aches with the same old strain. After all this time, nothing's changed. The hole you left is exactly the same size, reflecting the sorrow in my empty eyes. I'm just as lost, just as hurt, just as pain. After all, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. The pain remains, stuck in these chains. After all, nothing's changed. The dawn is breaking, but my heart is still at night, lost in the wreckage of a fading light. in every empty space we shared, and the guilt consumes me, a burden I have barely carried. I made mistakes, I messed it up so bad. Took for granted the best love I ever had. My pride was a fortress, my words a silent sting, ignoring the sorrow that only I could bring. I look at the picture on the mantelpiece and pray to the silence for a small release. Forgive me, my dear, for the pain I caused you, so for every tear you shed, for letting you go. I didn't see the value of what we had built, blinded by my flaws, drowned in my own guilt. I traded all for one more chance with you to fix the damage, to make my heart true. If you can hear this song, wherever you are near, please find it in your heart to forgive me, my dear. The promises I broke, the trust I failed to keep, are demons that haunt me while I try to sleep. I see the disappointment in your gentle eyes, the moment the last piece of our future dies. I thought I was strong, thought I knew the way, but all I knew was how to push you away. You deserved a heaven, I gave you a hell, the story of my failure that I have to tell myself each morning when the sun comes up. A bitter vintage in a lonely cup. Forgive me, my dear, for the pain I caused you, so for every tear you shed, for letting you go. I didn't see the value of what we had built, blinded by my flaws, drowned in my own guilt. I traded all for one more chance with you to fix the damage, to make my heart true. If you can hear this song, wherever you are near, please find it in your heart to forgive me, my dear. I know I'm sorry, it doesn't change a thing. Can't fix the broken wings, can't make the songbird sing. The damage is done, the path is set in stone, and I'm the one who has to walk this road alone. I accept the consequence, I accept the fate, but my soul still whispers it's not too late to plead. Forgive me, my dear, for the pain I caused you, so for every tear you shed, for letting you go. I didn't see the value of what we had built, blinded by my flaws, drowned in my own guilt. I traded all for one more chance with you to fix the damage, to make my heart Some promise I couldn't keep. You were the pulse, the life in me. Now just a memory, wild and free. I'm walking around with a hollow chest, putting my strength to a brutal test. Every smile I fake is just a stitch, a temporary cover for the vicious pitch of a life without you, cold and stark, dying slowly here in the dark. I'm bleeding out, drop by painful drop, wishing the aching in my heart would stop. The love we shared is pouring from the break. For goodness sake, how much more can I take? A slow decline, a fatal flow, watching the best part of me go. Just a desperate fight I can't win now. I'm bleeding out somehow. The little things cut the deepest I find. A random memory that twists my mind. The way you used to hum that little tune beneath the glow of a lazy moon. Now every sound is just a cruel reminder, a truth I cannot put behind her. I'm holding my chest, trying to staunch the flow, but the pain is persistent, refuses to go. It's an open wound that refuses to mend, a story without a happy end. I'm bleeding out, drop by painful drop, wishing the aching in my heart would stop. The love we shared is pouring from the break. For goodness sake, how much more can I take? A slow decline, a fatal blow, watching the best part of me go. Just a desperate fight I can't win now. I'm bleeding out somehow. They tell me to put pressure on the hurt, to rise up from the emotional dirt, but I wanna feel this, feel it all the way, every agonizing minute of every day. 'Cause the pain is the last connection I have to you, the only thing that's painfully true. If I heal the wound, the memory might cease. I'm bleeding out, drop by painful drop, wishing the aching in my heart would stop. The love we shared is pouring from the break. For goodness sake, how much more can I take? A slow decline, a fatal flow, watching the best part of me go. Just a desperate fight I can't win now. I'm bleeding out somehow. Bleeding out, lost without a doubt. Wishing I could shout. Bleeding out, bleeding The alarm went off, the sun came 24 hours I had to try and pass. I made my coffee, stared at the empty chair, felt the weight of the loss, the hollow despair. For weeks I had been fighting, clawing at the wall, trying to keep our memory from a fall. I preached of hope, of moving on someday. Told myself the pain would simply fade away, but the mirror showed a tired, defeated soul, paying a heavy, agonizing toll. And the battle ended in a quiet afternoon, underneath the pale and indifferent moon. I stopped pretending the light would reappear. Stop fighting the shadows, stop facing the fear. I raised the white flag over my broken heart, accepted the fact that we were torn apart. No more struggle, no more painful strain. That was the day I finally gave up on the pain. I boxed your pictures, put them in the attic high. No more gazing at your ghost beneath the sky. I changed the locks, the scent of you is gone. Just a barren landscape from dusk till dawn. It wasn't giving into weakness, so I swore it was acceptance that you didn't love me anymore. The fight had left me weary, scarred and raw, trapped in the cage of love's natural law. That sometimes things just end, no reason, no rhyme, just the cold, hard passage of relentless time. And the battle ended in a quiet afternoon, underneath the pale and indifferent moon. I stopped pretending the light would reappear. Stop fighting the shadows, stop facing the fear. I raised the white flag over my broken heart, accepted the fact that we were torn apart. No more struggle, no more painful strain. That was the day I finally gave up on the pain. They say there's strength in persistence, in holding on tight, but sometimes the strength is in turning off the light and letting go of the rope that's cut your hands raw, accepting the ending that the future saw. I stopped trying to rewind, stopped trying to fix, escape the painful, cruel and endless tricks of the mind. And the battle ended in a quiet afternoon, underneath the pale and indifferent moon. I stopped pretending the light would reappear. Stop fighting the shadows, stop facing the fear. I raised the white flag over my broken heart, was cold, the air was still, a memory etched against my will. I see the suitcase by the door, the silent promise of nevermore. You didn't shout, you didn't cry, just a quiet, heavy, sad goodbye. The clock on the wall forgot to tick. My entire world turned inside out so quick, and the house we built with so much care became a graveyard of what isn't there. Oh, the day you left, the music died. A silent scream I hold inside. The sun forgot how to shine so bright. Just endless shadows, endless night. Every single breath I take is hard, holding the pieces of a broken shard. Nothing feels the same, nothing is true, since that awful day I lost you. I folded your shirts, I put them away, pretending things will be okay. But the smell of you still fills the room, a fragrant, cruel, and haunting doom. I drive past our park, the bench we used to share, and feel the hollow ache of you not there. The promises you used to make, just empty words, a massive fake. Did it mean nothing? Was it all a game? 'Cause my world is burning in a silent flame. I'm stuck in the past, unable to move on, living in the minute you were gone. Oh, the day you left, the music died. A silent scream I hold inside. The sun forgot how to shine so bright. Just endless shadows, endless night. Every single breath I take is hard, holding the pieces of a broken shard. Nothing feels the same, nothing is true, since that awful day I lost you. They say it gets easier with time, that soon I'll climb this hill. But the air is thin and I'm losing my mind, standing perfectly still. The day you left, my heart stopped beating, a terminal wound that keeps repeating. Just a ghost in the house we made our home. Oh, the day you left, the music died. A silent scream I hold inside. The sun forgot how to shine so bright. Just endless shadows, endless night. Every single breath I take is hard, holding the pieces of a broken shard. Nothing feels the same, nothing is true, since that awful day I lost you. The day you left, the day you left, my world went black, my soul bereft. I miss you so much, it cuts like a knife. The worst day of my life. The world used to be a kaleidoscope, full of color, full of hope. Your laughter was the yellow sun, a future masterpiece just begun. My life was painted vibrant blue and green, the brightest canvas you have ever seen. But the day you packed your things and left the door, The colors faded, nothing vibrant anymore. The brushes stopped moving, the palette dried. A rainbow light where all the color died. Now everything is painted in gray. Since you walked away, monochrome mornings and charcoal nights extinguished are all the beautiful lights. A muted existence, a silent rain. Just 50 shades of lingering pain. My heart is a picture you couldn't complete. Torn up, tattered and painted in gray. I see people laughing in the town square. Their vibrant happiness hangs in the air. But I'm watching through a dusty pane, shielded from joy, protected from the rain. The red rose wilts, the ocean's dark. There's nothing left to light a single spark. Our love was a firework, bright and high. Now just smoke trails across a vacant sky. I'm living in an old black and white film, a silent tragedy in a dead realm. Now everything is painted in gray. Since you walked away, monochrome mornings and charcoal nights extinguished are all the beautiful lights. A muted existence, a silent rain. Just 50 shades of lingering pain. My heart is a picture you couldn't complete. Torn up, tattered and painted in gray. They say time will bring the color back again, that I'll learn to live without the painful strain. But I like the gray, it suits my soul, reflects the emptiness, the missing hole. It's a uniform for my broken heart, a somber shield since we fell apart. Now everything is painted in gray. Since you walked away, monochrome mornings and charcoal nights extinguished are all the beautiful lights. A muted existence, a silent rain. Just 50 shades of lingering pain. My heart is a picture you couldn't complete. Torn up, tattered and painted in gray. Painted in gray every single day. Nothing brightens the way. Painted in The world outside is cold and gray, but I'm burning up in a different way. It's not the warmth of love's old flame, it's the bitter heat of guilt and shame. Every memory turns to ash in my mind, leaving the wreckage of what I left behind. I crossed the line I never should have traced. Now every beautiful moment is erased. My heart is not just broken, it's consumed by a fire regret that has me doomed. 'Cause I'm a soul on fire, burning bright and low, with a pain that only I can know. It's not the passion of a lover's kiss, it's the scorching consequence of what I did miss. The bridges I burned, the love I denied, nowhere left for my sorrow to hide. Just a soul on fire, trapped trapped in the heat, a painful, permanent, self-made defeat. The shadows deepen with every single tear, magnifying the ache of my deepest fear. That I lost the one person who saw the light, the one who could have guided me through the night. I pushed you away when you reached for my hand, wandering lost in a desolate land. Now the pressure is building within my chest, putting my resilience to the final test. Struggling to breathe in the suffocating air, caught in the grip of my own despair. 'Cause I'm a soul on fire, burning bright and low, with a pain that only I can know. It's not the passion of a lover's kiss, it's the scorching consequence of what I did miss. The bridges I burned, the love I denied, nowhere left for my sorrow to hide. Just a soul on fire, trapped in the heat, a painful, permanent, self-made defeat. They say time heals all wounds, that it makes you whole, but I'm just an empty space within my soul. I don't wanna be made new, I just want you back to mend the fragments, to get back on track. This burning will never fade, it will never cease, until I find a moment of true peace. 'Cause I'm a soul on fire, burning bright and low, with a pain that only I can know. It's not the passion of a lover's kiss, it's the scorching consequence of what I did miss. The bridges I burned, the love I denied, nowhere left for my sorrow to hide. Just a soul on fire, trapped in the heat, a painful, permanent, self-made defeat. A soul on fire, lost in my own desire, reaching higher and higher. A soul on fire. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. I stood there frozen where I thought I should. One path led to safety, the known, the sure. The other to a love I thought would endure. I chose the easy way, the path of the safe bet, a decision now shrouded in a deep regret. I let you go because I was scared to fall. Now I have nothing left, nothing at all. My feet are walking on a road I despise, staring into empty, lonely skies. And I dream of the path that I didn't take, the life we could have had, for goodness sake. The house by the ocean, the dog we would own, sorrow, praying for a different tomorrow. But tomorrow is just a day's twin, another battle I can't win. These are the tears of a broken heart, falling slow since we fell apart. Every drop of memory I can't erase, of a love that left without a trace. They stain my cheeks, a silent cry for the thousand times I ask you why. A river of pain I navigate, the bitter cold hand of fate. Oh, these are the tears of a broken heart. You said forever, clear and bright, words that haunt me in the night. Now forever's just an empty word, the saddest song I've ever heard. I hear your laughter down the hall, a phantom sound that makes me fall back to the moment you walked away, leaving shadows where you'd stay. My soul is torn, my spirit weak, the words of closure I can't speak, just the echoes of your last goodbye beneath this cold and empty sky. These are the tears of a broken heart, falling slow since we fell apart. Every drop of memory I can't erase, of a love that left without a trace. They stain my cheeks, a silent cry for the thousand times I asked you why. A river of pain I navigate, the bitter cold hand of fate. Oh, these are the tears of a broken heart. They say that time will heal the wound, but this is a scar that's immune. The rain outside reflects my soul, shattered pieces never whole. I'm drowning in this endless sea, wishing you were here with me. Just one more call, one last embrace before the darkness takes this place. These are the tears of a broken heart, falling slow since we fell apart. Every drop of memory I can't erase, of a love that left without a trace. They stain my cheeks, a silent cry for the thousand times I asked you why. A river of pain I navigate, the bitter cold hand of fate. Oh, these are the tears of a broken heart. Just tears of a broken heart, washing away the light, lost in the never-ending night. My broken heart. The future we designed is a faded map, caught in the closure of a cruel trap. I packed up the dreams we built with care, leaving the wreckage of what we won't share. The scent of the rain on a summer night reminds me of a future that's lost its light. I'm erasing the we from every plan us growing old and gray. Never see us laughing in the light of day. The biggest heartbreak, the deepest pain, is knowing I'll never see us again. A painful permanent silent fable. I delete your number, I clear the space, but I can't erase the memory of your face. We were a story written side by side. Now the final chapter's where I hide. I look in the mirror and I see the strain. A person I don't recognize in this way. The show is through. There is no happy ending for me and you. And the hardest part isn't the goodbye you said. It's the life I live that plays in my head. The holidays we won't celebrate, a future sealed by the hands of fate. See us growing old and gray. Never see us laughing in the light of day. The biggest heartbreak, the deepest pain, is knowing I'll never see us again. I'll never see us again. Never see us again. The morning sun hits the window pane. Another day begins, but it feels the same. I pour the coffee, just one cup. Can't quite bring myself to fill hers up. Force of habit, a muscle memory for the ghost sitting right in front of me. The kitchen's quiet, the air is thin. No morning paper, no where have you been? Just silence screaming your name aloud. Lost in the distance, lost in the crowd. And the empty chair at the tableside is where all my broken memories hide. A monument to the love we knew. accept this sudden, cruel, unwanted change. I walk past the living room, keep the lights low to avoid the spot where we used to go. But the chair in the kitchen, it draws me near, gravitational pull of every single tear. It's not just wood, it's not just air, it's the heaviest burden I have to bear. And the empty chair at the table side is where all my broken memories hide, a monument to the love we knew, a hollow space that used to be you. It holds the shape of a life erased, a future gone, a love misplaced. Every meal is just a painful dare to face the truth of the empty chair. They tell me to throw it out, to make room to escape this self-inflicted painful doom. But it's the only place you're still real to me, the last remaining part of our history. If I remove it, if I move on, then everything that was truly gone. And the empty chair at the table side is where all my broken memories hide, a monument to the love we knew, a hollow space that used to be you. It holds the shape of a life erased, a future gone, a love misplaced. Every meal is just a painful dare to face the truth of the empty chair, the empty chair. Still waiting there for a love that won't reappear. Just me, alone in the empty chair. The moonlight cuts the bedroom floor. You don't live here anymore. The sheets are cold, the space is wide, a hollow void where you used to hide. Your sleepy head against my chest. Now silence puts me to the test. Every breath I take is a painful sound on this lonely broken ground. The city sleeps, the world moves on, but I'm stuck here in a bitter dawn. And the echoes in the dark are all I hear, whispers of the past I hold so dear. Your laughter dances on the walls, a spectral comfort before it falls. Back in the silence, cold and vast, just echoes in ice grips, the sky isn't gray. Another piece of us just melts away. The autumn trees are nearly bare, like my heart hanging in a silent prayer. I watch the branches dark and black, knowing you're never coming back. We're in the final season of our time, a broken song that lost its rhyme. It feels like everything we built upon is waiting for the light to be gone. And the last leaf falls, spiraling to the ground, without a whisper, without a sound. It's a symbol of our love, fragile and brief, dying slowly, filled with silent grief. One last memory, letting go its hold, a story finished, too soon grown old. As the winter threatens us all, I watch the last leaf fall. The promises we whispered in the warm July feel like ghosts beneath this dying sky. The fire we started is down to a coal, taking with it every piece of my soul. I'm standing still on the frozen earth, questioning all we thought was worth the fight, the pain, the endless tears, just faded moments, faded fears. The end is quiet, surprisingly calm, a final aching, hurtful poem. And the last leaf falls, spiraling to the ground, without a whisper, without a sound. It's a symbol of our love, fragile and brief, dying slowly, filled with silent grief. One last memory, letting go its hold, the story finished, too soon grown old. As the winter threatens us all, I watch the last leaf fall. They say that every ending starts anew, but I can't imagine a world without you. This final curtain, this painful close, hurts more than anyone knows. The tree is empty, stripped bare and exposed. Our chapter's ended, the book is closed. And the last leaf falls, spiraling to the ground, without a whisper, without a sound. It's a symbol of our love, fragile and brief, dying slowly, filled with silent grief. One last memory, letting go its hold, a story finished, too soon grown old. As the winter threatens this morning, try to clear the haze, hoping to forget you, lost in the days. But the first thing I saw was your ghost in the room, a permanent fixture in this self-made tomb. I turn on the radio, trying to find a beat, but every sad song feels like a cruel repeat. I went for a drive to clear the air, saw your favorite cafe and the memories flare. There's no escape, there's no way out. I'm trapped in a loop of worry and doubt. 'Cause you're stuck in my head, a permanent replay. Every word you whispered, every game you played, a broken record spinning in my mind, a beautiful torture I can't leave behind. From the moment I wake till I close my eyes in the dark, you're stuck in my head, a never fading mark. Oh, I wish I could forget you instead. I run into your friends when I'm out in the town. They ask how I'm doing, I just fake a frown. They don't know the truth, they don't see the fight that I relive our ending every single night. I threw away the sweater you left here behind, a desperate effort to free my mind, but the smell of your scent still lingers there, a phantom perfume floating in the air. You're not just a memory, you're a heavy freight, a constant, cruel and painful weight. 'Cause you're stuck in my head, a permanent replay. Every word you whispered, every game you played, a broken record spinning in my mind, a beautiful torture I can't leave behind. From the moment I wake till I close my eyes in the dark, you're stuck in my head, a never fading mark. Oh, I wish I could forget you instead. They say time heals all wounds, a cliche, 'cause every second I wait for my fate, I need a no switch, a quick escape from the endless visions that take your shape. I'm addicted to the pain, addicted to the past, a love that was far too good to last. 'Cause you're stuck in my head, a permanent replay. Every word you whispered, every game you played, a broken record spinning in my mind, a beautiful torture I can't leave behind. From the moment I wake till I close my eyes in the dark, you're stuck in my head, a never fading mark. Oh, I wish I could forget you instead. Stuck in my head, wish I could leave this bed. Everything you ever said, stuck in my head. The last morning was just like any other, a hurried breakfast, a simple see you later, brother. I didn't notice the flicker in your eyes, miss the hidden meaning in your quiet sighs. I was busy, distracted, lost in my If only I know. I'm sitting here alone. The seed of regret is sown. If only I had